Shalom. Call Halam La Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Haracha'a Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth in sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. This is the brother Zion Amawan coming at you with another lesson to feed the lambs to the Holy Spirit. Haracha'a Kodash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And in this lesson, Salaki, I just sneezed. Baraki, Yahbashim Shai. In this lesson, we're going to get into, this is really a lamb back from the brother Anah out there at the Atlanta church. He did a lesson going into, you don't want to go through the motions in his ministry. You know, you don't want to go through the motions in this ministry. Okay. That is a term we have all heard before, you know, going through the motions. You may be at work or something like that, and you go ahead and you be like, hey, Chuck, or whatever that person's name is. Hey, man, how you doing today, man? You all right? Shit, man, I'm just going through the motions. I know you heard that phrase before, man. But you don't want to carry that phrase and apply it into the ministry, because you will be spewed out Yahweh Shai's mouth. You know? You will be spewed, man. All right? Because going through the motions entails that you are in fact lukewarm, man. All right? And we don't want to be enemies to Yahweh B'Shem Awashai. Now, I have right here in the dictionary, go through the motions. Go through the motions. Do something in a perfunctory way without any enthusiasm or commitment. No drive, no ambition. The team was just turning up to go through the motions. You see, you don't want to be that player on the team that just does the bare minimum to get to the team. There was a brother, I believe he was in the Men of Valor camp. He had a dream about some brothers not making it, you know, and those brothers, you know what I'm saying, what I got from the dream, which it was a scary dream, that the elder apostles, they had to approve the men that was already approved by Yahweh Shai. So the guys that was trying to make a case with their Bibles out, trying to use technicalities to be on the other side where the other brothers that got approved, but they didn't commit properly. They didn't give their full diligence properly. They were probably going through the motions, you know? And when you go through the motions, you're not going to enter Jacob's trouble properly with that momentum of that strong confidence. You know, see, a lot of that can be lacking fear. All right. Because that's usually where it starts from. When you go through the motions, you lack fear, you lack hope, you lack faith. You're just not enthusiastic of the truth as you was when you first got into this thing, man. We got to still make this our priority. All right. We have to make this our priority now. Perfunctory. Perfunctory, which means an action or gesture carried out with a minimum or effort or reflection. You hear that? So, you know, you are going to give the minimum effort, all right, to do the work. And with that, you will be an enemy. With that, you will get destroyed. Now, let's go to Hebrews chapter 6, and let's go to verse 9. All right, and this is better things for you. But beloved, this is Hebrews 6 and 9. But beloved, I'll go to verse 11 because I want to get to the point. Phone froze. Salaki, I had to pause the video and bring it back because it froze. Okay, so we got Hebrews 6 and 9. This is better things for you. I'll go to verse 10. For the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. You see, this is the best position and profession that we can do as Israelites. We are literally bringing out the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay, ushering in a new kingdom, okay, heralding a new kingdom, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, we're not working to, die and then come through the loins of the elect. Lord willing, we are going to be the elect, Lord willing. Lord willing. This is the year of our deliverance. This is the hopeful year of our deliverance, I should say. Salakia, and we still got to enter that threshold of Jacob's trouble, and Jacob's trouble is going to be real ugly, man. Okay. And your works will follow you in that day. So whatever you done, okay, and it's time to meet the bridegroom, some brothers not going to make it because they didn't make themselves ready properly. All right. They didn't really put on the whole armor. They just did the bare minimum just to skate by, just to get spewed out the Lord's mouth when he see you, man. All right. This is not like a McDonald's job where you work for 30, 40 years and then all of a sudden they gonna, give you a little rinky dink participation trophy, man. They supposed to give you stocks and shares of the company, some like form of ownership, things of that nature for dedicating your time. But Esau forget your labor. And you got people that love their job more than they love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. People would choose their job over the Lord. But look, this is your first job. Elder Apostle Aramla did a video in 2016 on the year of the push, going into making this your first priority, making this truth your first priority, man. That was a beautiful lesson from years back. All right. And we still have to hold fast to that. All right. Because things is going to get ugly around here, man. We still have to push this word. We still have to endure. This is still year of the push. This is still the year of the push, even though we're in a hopeful year of our deliverance and the judgment of Esau and the destruction and our deliverance, man. Lord willing that the Lord come back this year, because Esau's spirit going to get turned up one more time, man. But it says, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. All right. It's not like a McDonald's, Comcast type of job where you dedicate all of your time and then everything you did was in vain. No, the Most High is not going to forget your labor of love. He isn't. He is going to remember you. He is going to remember what you did, and your works is going to follow you all the way up to the end, man. All right. You making it to camp, that could be just enough, protection you need for the rest of the week. That's how strong this is. That's how serious this thing is, man. All right. Which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that everyone of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. And we are making our calling and our election sure to the best of our ability, exhorting daily. Sometimes you may, man, because some brothers got families, some brothers got a lot going on, businesses, things of that nature. But this is our first priority. All right. So if you miss a day, catch it the next day. All right. If you miss a lesson on this day, you do 2 lessons the next day. You don't want to go 2-3 weeks without doing no lesson. You don't even want to go 3-4 days without no lesson. But you know what I'm saying? Things happen, life get life, and we get it. But, you don't want to be that guy that's just putting in the minimum effort, knowing doggone well the Lord put the spirit on you to do a lesson. He put like the Lord made the iron hot for you. You know, put the spirit on you to do a lesson, put the spirit on you to bring out the precepts, and you just don't. You don't want to be a napkin nigga, man. All right. That's what the elder apostle's always going to. Elder Apostle Gabar. You know, you don't want to be a napkin nigga, man. You know, you got all these talents and you just hiding them, you know, and you just, putting all these talents up under a bushel or something, man. You know, that means that you're just going to skate by to do the bare minimum just to get not approved by Yahweh Shai at the end anyway. So it's like, what are you doing? All right. You need to have a genuine enthusiasm of this truth. All right. So let's get that word diligence real fast in the Greek.
Strong's G 4710, spoude,
which means haste, with haste. You see, earnestness, diligence, earnestness in accomplishing, promoting, or striving after anything, to give all diligence, not some, not half, but all, interest, oneself most earnestly. All right. And then you got in the KJV translate Strong's G 4710 in the following manner: diligence, haste, business, care, forwardness. You see, you're not on a treadmill in this truth. You're just in one place thinking you're going somewhere, but you ain't going nowhere. You know, all that camp, not in the spirit, looking up at the birds and shit. You not engaged in the work. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, you're not even teaching to the Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that don't know who they are, but they look like the other nations, but they forefather goes back to an Israelite. You're not even going into that. You ain't going into nothing. You just holding posts, ain't doing nothing. Some brothers can't teach things of that nature for whatever dynamic their camp head may have said, whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But as far as like you doing the work, if you're able to do the work and you can do lessons, then you need to be doing lessons and you need to be doing the work in season, out of season, exhort daily, through the best of your ability. All right. With the measure of faith you was given, man. All right. This is still the year to push. Show that diligence. All right. So you can receive better things. And ultimately, that is righteousness and a new body to where we'll be programmed not to go off. Off those two alone, you should be satisfied, man. But only the elect is getting that. Only the elect is getting that. And Lord willing, we are part of that number that endure to the end and can issue in the kingdom. You know, like I said earlier, man, we don't really want to die and get born through the loins of the elect. Lord willing, we want to be the elect. Lord willing, we want to be the elect. But all of that comes with what? Occupying till Yahweh Shah come, man. We got to continue to work. Now, we got John chapter 4. In verse 34, Yahweh Shai saith unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. And that's what we got to do. We got to finish the work because we are continuing in the works of Yahweh Shai. So we have to finish. We have to finish, you know, and we got to finish strong, man. Because if you ever seen a race, all right, and you got people running to the finish line like Usain Bolt or Michael Johnson with the gold shoes from back in the day, you know, when you seen these guys run and it's the last 100 meters, all right, each 10 meters, they pick up speed, man. And they run and they finish strong. I'm talking about chest all out and shit, leaning forward. They trying their best, all right, to get to the finish line, man, first. That's how we got to be through the spirit. We got to run to the finish line. It's not like we're competing with each other. No, we're really not. We're not competing against each other. You know, we are competing with each other, not against, because we are all teaching the same thing. We are all speaking the same thing. We are all desiring the same thing, and that's salvation. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to be mad that a brother got 5 talents and you only was given 1. No, we don't care about that. Jealousy is like nowhere near us, man. We don't condone that. All right. Because that's your measure of faith. You was given 1 talent. You supposed to flip that 1 talent. You don't, put it under a napkin. Matter of fact, man, we'll close out with this. I got Matthew. Well, we'll close out with this. Because you don't want to be a slothful servant, man. You just don't. Slothful servants are enemies to Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, so we got Matthew 22. And let's go to verse 11. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. You see? So this wedding was furnished with guests. Everybody was waiting to see Yahushua. All right. The bridegroom. All right. Israel is the wife. That's why they, what I'm saying? All of us have to adorn ourselves to meet our husband, Yahushua. We have to adorn ourselves. We have to make ourselves ready. We have to prepare. You see? Trimming your lamp, doing the work, being enthusiastic about this truth, because we know the end game. All right. Kingdoms have been spoken into and out of existence, man. And we follow a power that can speak kingdoms in and out of existence. And Yahweh Shema Shai have spoken Babylon the Great into existence and have spoken it out of existence. All right. So what are you going to do in the meantime, between time? You got to do the work. You got to make haste with the work, because there's going to be a point in time where we ain't going to do the work. The work going to be a wrap. That Philippians 2:12 going to kick in some scatlings. Work out your own salvation with what? Fear and trembling. So now you on your own. You can't talk to a brother in that. You might not be able to. And I'm talking to myself first because I'm doing the lesson. You might not be able to talk to a brother. Get built up through the spirit because you're going through the motions. You catching hell. You see? You're going to have to use wisdom to pick yourself up. But if you just going through the motions, you're not doing the due diligence to pick yourself up and pray for yourself, and not just having brothers pray for you. You see? You got to know how to pray for yourself. Pray for you. It's cool to have brothers pray for you. It ain't nothing wrong with that. That ain't going off. But you got to pray for you, because you with you every day. And there's going to be a point in time, it's going to be you, yourself, and Yahweh Shema Shai in that day. Some of us might not get the Isaiah 4:1 treatment. Some of us might be by our damn self. So this particular brother, okay, he didn't have on the proper garment. He didn't have the right doctrine. And he saith unto him, friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? So he like, yo, what are you doing here? Why you don't have the right doctrine? What's going on? And he was speechless. You can't say nothing at that point. Yahushua is in front of you. What are you going to tell Yahushua? What type of technicality you're going to pull out of the Bible in front of Yahweh. You ain't got nothing to say. Your best bet is to not say nothing. Because in this day, it ain't no talking. Then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot and take him away and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Hurt. Because he's seeing other brothers going into the wedding and he not. You know? Many are called, few are chosen. So you got to understand that, man, that this is a scary thing. You know, this is a scary thing, man. We got Matthew 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, Yahweh shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, Yahweh, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? All right, so you're going to have a lot of Israelites trying to give that technicality in the scriptures, like, you know what I'm saying, but I did this and I did this. Hey, yo, Ak, man, you remember when we did that and then in the name of Yahweh Shema? All that's not going to work in that day. Because really it all boils down to whether you was written in the book of life. And we pray and hope that we was written in the book of life, you know? But you're going to have a lot of Israelites that's going to have technicalities, but they didn't have the right garment on, you know? They wasn't in the right spirit, you know? Because you don't want to be an enemy to the Lord. We got Luke 19 and 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. You don't want to be an enemy to Yahweh because you was a lazy, slothful nigga, man. You know, that's just what you don't want. You an enemy to Yahweh Shema Shai because you a lazy napkin nigga. You know? You don't want to be that. You didn't have the right doctrine. You had guile in your mouth. You don't want to be that. All of that comes with the diligence of studying, the diligence of doing the work, the diligence of being involved in the ministry with great enthusiasm and tenacity. You should still feel the same, like how you got into the truth. You should still feel the same now. When you was on fire and you was just this and that, yeah, man, you will have your ups and downs in the truth. That does happen. There's times where you would think that you on a spiritual low, but really you on a spiritual high. You know, you just feel like you on a spiritual low, but in actuality, you in the right spirit. So that all comes with spiritual discernment. But if you're a half-ass Israelite, you're going to get half-ass results. Wisdom will leave you. If you don't go into these breakdowns, if you don't go into your old notebook, if you don't bust them notes out and you don't watch the videos and take notes and all of that, and you just review what you went over throughout the years, wisdom will leave you. You will fuck around and forget the breakdown of Revelation 13. Because the Lord will take that talent and give it to a brother that's going to do the work. You don't want to be that, man. You know, so Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and to the point. I want to give infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us the truth and sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. We on the next one. Abaratazah. Shalom.